Hello everyone, welcome to Nintendo Café. I am your host, Greg.
I'm Tanner.
It is Friday the 13th. Ooh, scary. I'm gonna have some bad luck, guys. Today's Nintendo Spotlight Fridays is totally dedicated to a game that you guys are very familiar with.
Well, not totally.
Totally.
Not totally.
Oh, there's something at the end?
Yes, you have something at the end. I'm going to be talking about my favorite game of all time.
Wow, well, I did not expect that. This is totally new. Awesome. But today's Nintendo Spotlight Fridays Spotlight is all about Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U and 3DS systems coming out later next year in 2014. So, let's get started. Woo! So, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS. What do you think?
What do I think? I think that it's going to be an amazing game.
Really?
Why? Because ever since the first Super Smash Bros., it has been progressively getting better.
Right.
Brawl was amazing, Melee was amazing. They were just all amazing. Though they're kind of rushing this one, I think the gameplay is still going to get better. Mm-hmm. Maybe the story with the no cutscenes that's not going to cut away from the gameplay.
Right.
So, yeah, it's going to be good gameplay. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I know is going to happen.
Right. Now, I remember there's been so many interviews online that I've read of Sakurai always complaining, saying, I don't have enough time to add all these new characters in there. The roster may be dumbed down this time. And I'm thinking to myself, what's the point in that? Why are you complaining about it when you can simply just delay it?
Yes.
Now we all, in reality of the situation, know why Nintendo's rushing it to next year. And I know many of us at heart really want it next year. But does our heart want a bad game? Yeah. No. We want a good game, Nintendo. That's what we want. We want a good game. Now, Smash Brothers is a fantastic franchise. It's definitely one that I always look forward to every Nintendo platform, minus the handhelds, except this time, we're actually getting it for the 3DS. So, that's going to be great. But the fact that Sakurai's developing two versions of the game for both the handheld and Wii U...
And they're doing it in less time.
It kind of boggles me how they're doing this and why they think 2014 is a good year next year. Now, there's all the big games that I know of from third-party developers and from first parties, such as Sony and Microsoft, coming out this year, such as Grand Theft Auto 5, the new...
Oh, that's in 4 days.
Yeah, it's in a few days. The new platforms, the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, those are coming. That's going to be the big catch for this year. While Nintendo's already gotten a step ahead with the Wii U from last year, Smash Brothers they think can redeem themselves with. Now, personally, if you really wanted to, get a good game going for this year, should have been Mario Kart 8, but that's not happening. Both good games are happening next year, but besides that, I feel like that Smash Brothers should have a lot more time taken because I feel like we're kind of in for some serious, well, maybe not serious garbage, but we're kind of in for a mediocre game that we would expect on an HD Nintendo,
Don't you see a trend of Nintendo making bad decisions with the Retro Studios, or I think it's a bad decision, Retro Studios doing Donkey Kong?
I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. It's just
Well, we're getting off.
A lot of the fans, I get what you're saying. The fans wanted Metroid over a Donkey Kong. No one expected a Donkey Kong, but that's besides the point. You're right. Nintendo has been making a lot of bad decisions lately, and I really hope that in the next few months or into a year that they change their minds about Smash Brothers coming out next year. Because honestly, as many of us at heart really want to see it next year in a great game, it's not going to happen in reality of the situation.
To make my prediction even more of to make it true, even more true, I hope they're going to delay it for at least
another
few
year.
months,
or
at least a few months.
At least a few months to another year would be my liking.
Another year would be great.
Now, this is not to say that Melee was a bad game because that game only took 9 months to develop, as far as I remember.
Yeah, that was yeah.
But then you also have to remember Melee was just pretty much a graphical update with a new roster
and some new
and new stages. And stuff like that. So I can understand why it only took so much time, but at the same time, it's like maybe it can be pulled off, maybe it can't. The possibility still stands there.
We'll have to see.
Off the topic of rants, though, of why we think it should be delayed, let's talk about some things that we expect for Smash Brothers. What do you expect?
I expect, of course, new characters. I expect what you mentioned when we were talking earlier. He wants dynamic
camera angles.
Camera angles.
Yes. Yeah. I will want those so much because every Smash Brothers has been 2D, and if a character, flies off the course or he moves that way, the camera expands. It doesn't just fall, but it expands. It expands, goes woo. It goes big, or it just goes, gets really small because it gets close up. I think those are cool. If we had new angles, though, that kind of show, because this is an HD Smash Brothers, we're getting to see new textures, new models, and new animations and such, in a more crisp 60 frames per second HD 1080p goodness. I feel like that we deserve to see newer angles of that. I saw this picture of, I think, Bowser, and I can't remember the other character. I'll put the picture up right here. This picture shows Bowser and this other character in this other stage that looks like it's from Metroid Other M, I think, and the angle is at a Hawkeye view, kind of. It's like tilted, kind of, upwards. And it looks cool. I know it seems kind of weird to be thinking about, like, oh, we should be, making, different angles for this because that's a really big deal. But it just looks nice. And I really feel like it's one of those things that should be brought out to make the experience just a bit better, because Nintendo's got finally the HD graphic console. I feel like that they should take advantage of that as much as possible and give us a chance to see how these characters, maneuver in HD. So that's one of my big things that I want.
And some characters that I want to see, and I'll get to you about what characters you want to see. Mm-hmm. And some of these I really don't expect to be in the game
or make it,
but it'd be really cool for them to make it. The first one, which is very low chance, if any chance, Knuckles from Sonic.
Now, the only chance we'd see of Knuckles is if Sonic came back, and I'm sure before Knuckles, we'd have to see Tails. Now that would be a long, a huge stretch, because to me, honestly, Sonic's not coming back. I hands down, I don't think he's coming back at all.
He wasn't a great character.
He really wasn't. For show, I like that Sonic came back, because there was a rumor going around for months that he was in Melee, and the only way to do that, Sonic and Knuckles actually, and the only way to do that is if you did the multi-man Melee brawl.
Did they have third party in Melee?
No, they did not. But this is why it was so critical. It was so big. Everybody thought Sonic and Knuckles was in the game. It was gonna make big news. It was a huge Easter egg and secret. But when we saw Sonic and Brawl, it was awesome. But when I played as him, granted, I was a bit younger when I played as Sonic for the first time, because that's when Brawl came out. I was a little younger, but I just really feel like that he's kind of a letdown, because he's more of a clone to Fox, if any character. He's really fast. Mm-hmm. He, all of his moves, go really quick, and he has this cheap homing attack. He goes from all the way over here, all the way.
You can't get me.
Boom. Just all the way over there. He just, knocks him out. Go, poof, explodes. Yeah. His final smash, Supersonic.
No,
that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't give me
kill everyone.
Yeah, screw you. Boo! He's just it's like OP. It's overkill. He dominates all. He one's over here and he's like, oh, I'm hit. Maybe I can get over to boom. Maybe I can get over here and escape. Boom. Nope. You have no time to escape. So long story short, Sonic is too OP. So I didn't really like him as Sonic too much.
I also have two other characters I want to see. Waluigi, which that's a possibility because they had Wario. And I've mentioned this in previous video, Bowser Jr.
Bowser Jr. from the first episode of Spotlight Fridays, actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bowser Jr. I think would be an awesome addition.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool.
Had his little paintbrush and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Don't make him a clone to Bowser, because that's what a lot of these characters do. Like Toon Link and Young Link from Melee and Brawl, they're exact clones of their older selves or similar counterpart, like Fox and Falco.
Yeah.
Very similar, and that kind of pissed me off. It's kind of like Ganondorf, you mean?
Gandalf. Lord of the Rings. Ganondorf and Captain Falcon. They were kind of similar.
Yeah, but it's just that we need enough of these clones. We have enough of these. We need to make newer ones. But that's not going to happen unless if Sakurai takes his time.
Yes.
So all of these things that we want, not going to happen unless he takes his time.
Yeah.
So this
Watch
is
it,
all.
Sakurai.
This is all.
You should watch the Sakurai.
Yeah, if you're watching this video, take this pretty darn seriously, because this isn't just, we're not speaking on just our behalf. We're speaking on a lot of fans' behalf. Because I mean, we were at some of the comments on some of our videos and the forums on some of these popular Nintendo sites and everything like that. A lot of people want this, and a lot of people want a good game. But
they want you to slow down a bit.
Yeah, or I don't even think it's Sakurai's fault. I think it's just corporate Nintendo. I think it's their fault. They're just like
pushing him.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, at E3 when Iwata announced Smash Brothers and 3DS for Wii U and 3DS, I think Sakurai didn't know. I could be wrong on that.
They surprised him, didn't they?
I think so. I could be totally wrong on that. Correct me down in the comments below if I'm wrong. But I think when they announced it, I don't think Sakurai even had a clue on where to start, because he was still working on Kid Icarus Uprising for the 3DS. So that, I think, is a big middle finger. I think, honestly, long story short, Nintendo, take your time on this. Now, however, I think there's some pluses to this. Bandai Namco is actually co-developing it. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, yeah, because they've got the third party from them, so, right?
Yeah. Well, Mega Man is Capcom.
Yeah.
But what do you think of Mega Man? That's a big one.
Like you said, I don't want him to be a clone of Samus, but I don't think that's going to happen, because he's going to have all of his new... or all of his old...
From Mega Man 2 and 3, all of his old movesets and everything like that. He's got the Mega Buster. He doesn't even have a punch. I don't think. No.
So he just shoots?
Yeah, he's running, goes... Pew, 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 pew. Well, I think the only punch is like when Sakurai claimed that he has like an uppercut, like a Shoryuken from Marvel vs. Capcom. That's the only kind of punch he has, but he doesn't really have, pew, 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 any kind of punches or anything like that.
So he could be pretty slow.
I don't know. I think he's kind of fast if you think about it, because if he's going pew, 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 it's like spam attack right there, and he could just be running all over the course.
Because with he could, like his Mega Buster, he could charge, and if you want a bigger attack, you'd have to charge it and.
Yeah, and I like that he has his movesets from the bosses though from previous games, so that's nice.
Yeah,
but let's move aside from the Wii U version. We've kind of been talking a lot about the Wii U version. What about the 3DS version? What do you think about it? What do you think it could be like?
I think since it's the first time for Super Smash Bros. On a handheld,
I think it's perfect time actually, because that previous handhelds haven't really had the power to do that before.
Yeah.
So I think this is a great time to actually do it. But as you were saying,
but it's gonna have its quirks, because it's. Don't you think it's gonna have its quirks?
Oh yeah, I mean, so will the Wii U version, because considering that it's rushed. I mean, have you guys ever thought about that?
They're working on two at the same time. That makes it worse.
Have you ever thought about that? No, you get it. I bet probably half of you out there probably didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, I brought it up earlier. But what do you think overall?
I think it's going to be a good game. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be like Mario Kart 7, where it's going to be a good game, but it's going to have its little problems,
right?
Which they could fix.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I think it's going to be nice for the kids, especially for the kids, because this is Nintendo's biggest franchise. I think right next to Mario and Zelda. Those are the biggest selling franchises out there. Smash Brothers is iconic to Nintendo platforms. So if kids are always, out and about with their mom and dad and their siblings, or they're out away for a trip or a family vacation, they want to go home and they're like, I want to go play Brawl when I get home. Not anymore. Just pull it out of your pocket and play Smash Brothers.
Yeah. You know what would be cool?
What's up?
If they would make a bundle where you get both games.
kind of like how PlayStation does with PS3. I remember, I know this isn't Nintendo. Speaking on Sony, I remember Ratchet and Clank. There was a Ratchet and Clank game that was for the PS3. If you purchased that, you also got the Vita version. Now, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale did the same thing, I think. When you got the PS3 version, you got the Vita version for free. I think that would be genius if Nintendo did that. That would give more, and you can only do that if you buy the Wii U version. I think you could also get like here's my idea. If you buy the Wii U version of Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, you get the 3DS version. That will convince more people to buy the Wii U version because they get 2 for 1. That'll boost Wii U sales, I think, because you and I both know Wii U's kind of tanking right now, which is a bit sad. So, I think that would be a good thing.
Okay. And you have any closing words for Super Smash Brothers?
Long story short, Smash Brothers for Wii U and 3DS is going to be a good game. I just really think that they should take their time on it. But, all in all, we'll just have to wait and see in the coming months. I would like Sakurai to delay it by a few months, at least at minimum. To a year would be to my liking, but we'll have to see how that goes. So, anyways, guys, thanks for listening to our Super Smash Bros. Discussion. But before we go, we have something to talk about with Tanner.
My favorite game is... Do I have the right game? Yes, I do. It's Super Mario Brothers 3. Super Mario Brothers 3. This is my favorite game because I grew up with this game. It was my first actual game that I got into because I had it for the Super Nintendo. Me and my brother used to play it all the time as Mario and Luigi. So it just brings back so much memories. It's not like the best graphics or anything like that. It's just I remember
experiences that you have with the game that make it more sentimental and enjoyable all together all at the same time.
I'm just gonna give it a kiss, okay?
That's not a kiss. That's licking it, like you did to my poor Dreamcast.
Okay.
So, thanks for sharing that with us, though.
It's very sentimental, this game.
Yeah, it's great, actually. I do remember Super Mario Bros. 3. That copy right there, I actually picked up launch day when that came out for the Game Boy. I did that for both Super Mario World and Super Mario Bros. 3. The Super Nintendo games and NES games were actually some of my favorite games of all time, and I think that's kind of what Nintendo's lost. The spark of why games were so good, you know?
Sorry I licked it.
You can't lick it now.
My Game Boy.
Thanks for watching today's Nintendo Spotlight Fridays, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already for more Nintendo news, media, discussions, and content.
And the question of the day is... Actually, can I say 2?
Yes.
2 questions. Okay. The first question is... what do you want in the new Super Smash Brothers?
Like any new features, new characters. What do you guys expect for the next Smash Brothers? What would you like to see? And
number 2, he doesn't know that I'm asking this, but it's just, I wanted to ask it. What is your favorite game of all time? It could be sentimental.
I was actually thinking that when you were talking about it.
I'm just curious on what you guys like.
Got it.
So, if it's sentimental or anything. Okay, that's it.
Anyways, guys, thanks for watching today's episode of Nintendo Spotlight Fridays, completely dedicated to Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS talk. If you guys would like to see more discussions like this in the near future, let us know in the comments down below which game or franchise you would like us to do a discussion about in the future. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. I'm your host, Greg.
I'm Tanner.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.